All right, guys, we're going to do a little something different to get Dillon Gabriel ideas out here before his third start. I came up with 4 different numbers. These are legitimate facts and stats from his first 2 starts. I'm going to present these to you, and you tell me if these are concerns moving forward or just weird coincidences after 2 games, all right?
Got it.
The first one, the question I'm asking is, can Dillon Gabriel throw the ball to the right side of the field? If you guys look at the numbers through 2 games, you can see when he throws outside the numbers to the left, he's 15 of 22 for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns this season. Between the numbers, where the majority of his work comes from, 31 of 46, 288 yards and a touchdown. In 2 games, he's only attempted 12 passes outside the numbers to the right, completing less than 50% of his passes to the outside right for just 38 yards and no touchdowns. G, I'll start with you on this one. Is this just a coincidence after 2 games, or is this something we need to be concerned about in Dillon Gabriel's game moving forward?
I think it's a slight concern based on the fact that he is a left-hand quarterback, and left-handed quarterbacks tend to have a very small sample size. So when you're a play caller, it's going to be different because essentially everything is flipped. Like in terms of like how people design it and block it up, it shouldn't be that big of a problem, but it does take some time and recognition to start playing with a left-handed quarterback. Most people don't. I mean, you could be a coordinator your whole life and never have a left-handed quarterback, right? It's a little bit strange.
They are rare.
It's very rare. I think only like 12% of the population is left-handed.
Might be smaller.
One of them.
Yeah, one of them right
9%,
there.
I believe.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think it is.
that's
Single
small.
digits.
My wife's left-handed too.
That's
Me
crazy.
and Director
out.
Steve, all lefties.
That's
And
wild.
all of you have never played NFL quarterback.
Me, Mike, and who?
It's a trend.
And Director Steve.
I think look. You know the analytics departments at these other places. It's a very small sample size of 2 games, but there are analytics departments that are just waiting for a sample size more of like 2 to 3 games. Give me 3 more. Give me about 4 games, and I'll tell you if that's a real thing or not.
Here's what I need before I answer that question. I need to look at the right-handed quarterbacks throwing to the left side of the field.
Right.
If you give me a quarterback, I could look up their numbers for you right
It's
now.
all different.
Sure it is.
Baker was very comfortable rolling left.
And that's the key. And I know they've already tried rolling him to his right and throwing that way because you don't want to block off a third of the field.
I would look at Dillon's college numbers before you look at
Yeah,
I mean, that's
I
too
would
small.
too because you're going to have a bigger sample size.
To me,
but
it's too small a sample size.
I'm
to
just
read
guessing
anything.
here.
Yes.
I'm just
Yeah.
guessing based on the way football is played. Yes, there are right-handed quarterbacks that have a lot of success throwing to the left side of the field. But I wonder if it's the same if you flip it. Like, do their numbers go down precipitously? I would think that they do.
Give me a number, or give me a quarterback, and I'll get you his numbers right now.
Pick anybody. I don't care. Pick Aaron Rodgers.
I got Kyler Murray up.
And Aaron Rodgers is known for throwing across his body. He does it a lot.
Give me one.
Kyler Murray's a good one.
Kyler Murray is a good one.
I got
'Cause
Kyler
he's
Murray right
shorter.
in front. I got Kyler Murray right in front of me. Then.
All right, go ahead.
Baker Mayfield.
To the
Baker
left. We'll have to do some mental addition real quick.
Okay.
This season, to the left.
Yeah.
Murray, 2 for 4 deep left, 3 for 12 intermediate left, 13 for 16 10 yards 0 to 10, and then 6 of 6.
Well, you
behind
didn't
the line
break them
scrimmage
up
left.
for him.
24. That's 24 for 36.
Yeah,
That's
give us the
67%.
the aggregate.
Well, I'm trying to do mental math while talking.
24
to you guys
for
while-
36. I
Okay.
just gave it to you, Mike.
24
Okay.
for 36.
Yeah.
Yeah, which by the way is
that's good.
67%.
Yeah.
To the right, 2 for 8,
Down.
3 for 5, 10 for 13, and then 8 of 8.
8 of 8?
That's like
23
screen passes.
Okay,
34.
the short
23 for 34.
That's good though. That's really good. It's almost the exact same percentage.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not sub.
No, it's actually just about the same.
I just think, Mike,
actually
it's
just about
too
the same.
small a sample size to know anything yet.
Agree. I'm with Bull.
It's 12 passes.
That's why I'm
mean-
asking if it's a coincidence or if
Yeah,
it's
the
something
other
we should be
thing too
concerned
is
about. That's the whole point of this.
obviously
Bull.
you're going to play to a quarterback's strength. You're just
Right.
going to. Baker could throw to the opposite side for him because he threw well while running that way, which is very rare.
Here's the weirdest thing about all of this is one of the reasons why I thought they were moving to Gabriel was to be able to move the pocket and go with
Yeah.
more boots
And
and
they haven't
rods,
done that.
and they really haven't.
Guys, here's
That's
the
on
thing.
Kevin, too,
Here's the thing about being a
And it
lefty.
might be the tackles are so bad you're going to run into a sack. And
Here's the thing about being a lefty, and I'm sure this is the same in football, like everywhere else, and Mike and Anthony can attest to this too. When you're a lefty, you have to adjust in many ways in life to a right-handed world. The world is meant for right-handers.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Everything is designed, a desk at school, like everything is designed the way you write.
Yeah.
You know, everything's designed for right-handers, and I would assume, just like in any other aspect of life, that left-handed quarterbacks, because they're very rare, have to adjust, and because there's got to be little things, and you would know better than anybody else here. There's got to be little tiny things that I'm not even thinking of when it comes to quarterbacking, that the players are going to be used to doing it with a right-handed quarterback, and it's hard to make everybody else adjust. So the lefty's got to adjust to the other players.
The spin. So I'll give you guys are baseball guys, right? They've done statistics on righty lefty all the time.
Yeah.
And why it is that left-handers can't really hit left-handers better than they can hit right-handers, right? If in baseball, where you talk about a throwing sport and pitching is the most important thing, it does play a certain standard. It plays a role.
Lefty batters versus lefty pitchers is much more of a thing than
Yes,
righty
than
batters
righty
versus
righty.
righties.
100%.
So
I never had a problem hitting righties.
So
I
when
like it.
when somebody
But I know a lot of lefties that just do not want to face lefties.
So if you're a receiver, and chances are, like we said, you could play with your whole life and never play with a left-handed quarterback.
Yeah.
The ball does come out different. It
100%.
spins different.
Well,
it tails different.
I'll give you a stat that, to me, when I heard this 10 years ago, I remember we discussed it during one of the Super Bowls, and I literally thought to myself, God, that's enough proof to never, ever draft a left-handed quarterback. Only one has ever won a Super Bowl. Steve Young, that's it.
Boomer got to one.
Boomer got to one.
Yeah.
Tua, I think, the meter on Tua is all over the place.
Yeah.
But
Just
right
haven't
now,
been many good
no, there haven't. Now, to your point, if
Yeah.
9% of the population
Yeah.
is left-handed, and you were to take, say, 10% of the Super Bowls played, you would expect that 6 Super Bowls would have been won by left-handed quarterbacks.
Right.
Or there would be 6 different quarterbacks to win Super Bowls. It is a right-handed world.
It is.
And receivers grow up catching footballs from who?
Righties.
Right-handed quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They play in high school with what? Right-handed quarterbacks. College, right-handed quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Pros, right-handed quarterbacks. Now, you flip it and put a mirror in front of the game. And
Yeah.
only one of them has done it.
Not to give a pass to the Browns wide receivers because they stink.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But a small percentage of the drops, I think, probably are a factor. The left-handed.
The ball
small
tails.
percentage.
Hey, real quick,
They
guys.
were dropping,
I know
they
it's
were
bad.
dropping
No.
when Flacco was the
But it's gotten
quarterback.
worse.
Bull,
It's gotten worse.
I have the numbers.
gotten
That was
worse.
one of the 4 of the things I wanted to
Okay.
bring up. So I'll just present
Sorry.
you the numbers.
And again,
on
I'm saying a
this.
small percentage of why it's been so bad.
It's a factor.
And once again,
Yeah.
I'm presenting you guys just ideas that have been
Yeah.
popped up about Gabriel. We're trying to figure out real or not. But to
By
your
the way,
point
real
on
quick,
dropping
Mike, last thing,
Yes.
because G brought up baseball. There's definitely more than 9% pitchers are left-handed.
Well, why?
Yeah.
There's more of an inherent advantage
So you find
with left-handed pitchers.
That's
So you
right.
find
So you
yeah.
go out and get them.
That's right. Go ahead, Mike.
So
Sorry.
to the drop passes, one of the things people have asked is the lefty spin causing those drop passes? These are just some of the numbers through 2 games. You guys tell me if you're buying it or if it's just a weird coincidence. But he said 89 pass attempts on the season, 6 drop passes. 10.5% of his on-target passes have been dropped. That's the second highest on-target drop percentage in the NFL for any quarterback with 50 attempts this year.
What was
So,
Flacco's?
I can pull it up if you give me 1 sec.
So it has
with the
gotten
same
worse
receivers.
with Gabriel.
I'd like to see. That's a great question because now you've
Yeah.
got to control.
Right.
What was Flacco's with the same receivers?
Yes.
And I agree with you, Bull. Just anecdotally, there are more drops the last 2 weeks
I mean,
than there
maybe
were
I'll
the first
give you
4.
one drop off this because of being, but for the most part,
Let me make it very clear.
Yeah.
It's mostly about the receiver
Yes.
stick.
Yes,
But
it
a
is.
little bit
Yes.
is probably made it
I
worse,
mean,
Flacco's drop rate in Cleveland was 6.8.
Okay, so that's
which is probably pretty bad too.
Yeah, it's
That
not,
is bad.
It's still
Yeah.
terrible.
so we went from bad to absolutely unacceptable worst.
Yeah.
And
Now again, I'm not making that as an
there,
excuse in
you
any
can
way
set
for
up a
those
jugs
receivers.
machine
Yeah.
to put the lefty spin on the ball.
Yeah.
I would think that the wide receiver coach has been doing that since camp. So these guys who have, most of them probably never caught balls
Oh, wait,
from left-handed.
I got to correct that stat. I lied.
Okay.
I was looking at the full season. His drop rate in Cleveland
Yeah.
was 10.6 on target drop.
Whoa!
Wait, down 4% in 2 games?
With the Bengals, yes.
Oh.
That was my bad. I did the
So
whole
yeah, the
season. I
receivers
didn't know
are
it sorted.
the receivers can be
But,
just as bad
but
with
we're-
lefty and
okay.
righty.
we're talking about teeny tiny samples here.
Very
Yeah.
too small to even
So
really discuss.
that's why a
it's like talking
4%
about a
drop.
hitter's batting average when he's 1 for 3.
But that's
Yeah.
why it's a
Like,
4%.
that's not fair.
That's why it's a 4%
Yeah,
drop
yeah,
on
yeah.
2 games. But more importantly,
No, but it's not a
It doesn't
4%
change.
drop.
My theory
No,
about
it
it being
is.
a little bit on the lefty.
Flacco's drop rate in Cleveland was 10.6%.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
But it went down when he went to Cincinnati.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but for that,
But my
it's
theory that
identical.
that the drops got worse without him is not true.
Yeah. And again, it's like talking about a batting average for a guy that's played
Yeah.
4 games.
Right.
You
Just
know?
the Brown. No, we have
Just
plenty
the
of
Browns
we have
suck.
plenty of data that the
Yeah.
Browns receivers are awful.
Suck.
Awful.
We don't even need to do it, really. I mean, you just watch with your eyes.
According-
you don't even need a stat in the world. Just watch with your eyes.
According to AI, a left-handed quarterback spins the ball counterclockwise, while a quarterback spins it clockwise.
That's
This affects
correct.
how the ball travels through the air and how it interacts with the receiver's hands, and they have a different release angle.
Oh, now that's interesting. I wouldn't think there would be a different release angle.
A left-handed quarterback typically releases the ball from a different angle than a right-handed quarterback.
Wow.
This can influence the trajectory,
I didn't know
arc
that.
on the throw, which may affect how receivers
wonder
adjust
what-
to catch the ball.
I wonder what explains that.
Yeah, I mean, lefties throw differently.
I know they do,
And-
but you know, if you're playing catch in baseball
Yeah.
with a lefty,
Yeah.
the hard-throwing lefties all have natural tails.
And it
righties
just
do not.
it
And
just
that would
looks
be angle.
like
That would be arm angle.
and by the way, when you're playing, it looks like the ball's gonna hit you. Like every left hand picture, if you're
Yeah.
standing in the batter block and they throwing hard, it's like you can't dig in. Like
No.
it's like you feel like this
You know
ball's
what I'd
gonna-
give you for evidence of that? When Randy Johnson faced John
Kruk.
Kruk in the Major League
game.
All-Star game. It's
One of the
funny.
greatest moments.
If you haven't seen it, Google
Oh.
it. It's hilarious. First of all, you're talking about a guy 6'10", which did you see when he threw out the first pitch at the Mariners home game for Game 3?
I did not see it, no.
Oh my God!
he a mess?
I mean, it's really hard for me to see people that were the dominant of their sport age. Because it's a reminder of our own
Sandberg
mortality.
dying for me was...
That's another
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, because he's a young man. But
Yeah.
watching Randy throw he threw out the first pitch.
Yeah.
It was probably 40 miles an hour, and he grabbed his arm.
really?
And I was just like, oh my
Well,
God.
Ichiro could
This is a
still
guy that
throw hard. I know
obliterated a bird.
And he's not out of the game that long,
No,
Randy Johnson.
no, some guys can still throw hard at
Yeah.
60. But what I was just, it was kind of, it reminded me of that. But
Yeah.
that evidence, when you watch that at bat, when John Kruk, he threw over and behind his head.
Yeah.
And Kruk, and I asked Kruk about this when I worked with him at ESPN. He said it's the most number one question he's been asked in his life.
Yeah, sure.
About that pitch. And he laughs about it. And he said, just imagine someone standing in front of you 60 feet away with a high-powered rifle, and they're going to, you can't see it. You don't
Yeah.
know where
It's
it's coming.
crazy.
You're just ducking, hoping that you duck into the right spot.
All right, next one. Gio, I'll start with you on this one. Gabriel has not had a turnover in 2 games. One of our fence riders yesterday was, will he play 3 consecutive, but is he actually careful with the football? He has no turnovers on the stat sheet. However, in just 2 games, he has 5 turnover-worthy plays as graded out by PFF. That's a 4.8 turnover-worthy play percentage. Out of all quarterbacks this year with 50 attempts, which is anyone who's played more than 2 games, that is the 6th highest turnover-worthy percentage rate of any quarterback. So is it safe because he has no turnovers, or is it safe because defenders haven't picked him off?
Yeah, we talked about trajectory and spin. I think the receivers have trouble, the DBs have trouble catching the football. Like, there are some that hit DBs right in the face. Like, I just think they're like, like the ball, like, jumped up on him. And it's like, oh, dog, I should have picked that off. Yeah. There's a couple of times where he visibly can't see, like, if there's a defender there, and he kind of threw the ball. There was a couple times in the flats he threw a ball, and I just don't think he completely saw the defender sitting there.
I think he's trying to be careful, and
Yeah.
and yet he's thrown 5 turnover-worthy throws, which is bad. He's a rookie. He's got a bad roster. Like, he doesn't have much of a chance of success.
Yeah.
Neither will Shedeur Sanders, but I'm not going to say, like, the 0 turnovers are meaningless to me.
Yeah,
because
I
he's
wouldn't
just been
highlight
lucky.
that as a good thing.
Yes, it's meaningless. I would, if we're going to answer coincidence or concern, I'm
Yeah.
actually going to say coincidence, because 5 turnover-worthy plays, probably 4 of them came last week. When again,
I think maybe all 5 came last week.
Yeah,
and
might
again,
be.
Yeah.
under no circumstances is it ideal to start a rookie 3rd-round quarterback on the road in Pittsburgh. Like, you knew it was going to be, had a high percentage of being a disaster, and it kind of was. So that shouldn't be much of a surprise. When we did the fence rider answers, I didn't look at the forecast. I do think he's going to turn it over.
Yep.
Because he's just been too rich. But that doesn't mean he's going to be turnover prone, just because I think he's going to turn it over Sunday, particularly with the weather. But I also put they were going to get to 20 points. I didn't know it was going to be a monsoon.
Yeah.
No chance.
Unless they just run the ball from start to finish.
I said
Unless there's a lot of fumbles and short
Miami's defense is bad.
Yeah,
I said they
know.
were going to score 20 points, mostly on the back of Judkins.
That's exactly what I did, too.
It's going to be a lot of runs. If you get a fumble, recover it in the red zone. Maybe you can punch it in and run it.
Here's what I'm going to say, too. I want to put this out here. I haven't, even me, we all know, there's a lot of people that would like to see Shedeur Sanders, right? But I'm not even sitting here being like, oh, this is all Dillon Gabriel. Like we said, this is not, he's a rookie, right? He don't have a line. He don't have, I don't think the plays are that great, and they don't have receivers. So for me.
He's going to be without Njoku probably this weekend.
So I got to keep it, so if I want the same leash for Shedeur Sanders to make an evaluation, I got to have the same leash for Dillon Gabriel and give him a runway to prove and show.
The reality is neither one of these guys has very little chance of success with this offense.
I would agree.
It is
very few
very
would.
little.
Joe Flacco didn't, and Flacco went to Cincinnati.
A first-round pick would struggle with
even
this
a Jaden Daniels.
A third and a fifth have very little
even
chance.
Jaden Daniels, Drake May, C.J. Stroud, who have had great success early, they'd be better than this, but they would struggle.
I mean, Joe Flacco, who we thought was dead and gone, he's Lazarus. The good Lord woke Joe up. I almost started selling Kool-Aid Mafia T-shirts again. I said, look at this, boy. The good Lord woke Joe up and threw for 342. That's how nasty the offense is, Jay. Yeah. This is crazy.
But it's pitiful.
He was just
I don't know about you guys, but unfairly again, I'll admit, I look all these questions from Mike, good questions, but I'm looking through them all with the lens of I don't think this guy's ever going to be their starting quarterback.
I am too.
Anyway.
Yeah, I am too.
I think we all agree on that.
I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter to me that much.
All of these guys, both of these guys, both Dillon and Shedeur, were supposed to be long-term projects. Now, how you do that with two young quarterbacks, I don't know.
Why you do that with two young quarterbacks?
Because you can use the Washington example of RG3 and Kirk Cousins, but one was
first round pick, second pick overall.
That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, by the way, they played a boatload of picks to get him too.
Yeah. And so you had a clear starter, franchise guy, and it just happened to be that they fell into the other guy when he had a ton of injuries. When you're talking about a third rounder and a fifth rounder, both of these guys, realistically, are developmental guys who should sit their entire first year.
Well, when you're taking
but
in
that's
the
not
third
the position
round,
they're in.
Well, how many teams have ever done that? How many teams that don't have a clear starter have ever drafted multiple quarterbacks third round or later? I mean, it can't be that often.
I don't know. We talked about it. I don't think it's ever happened.
I don't know if it's ever happened.
Maybe not.
Mike, this is a tough ask and it's unfair, but you come up with things all the time that I don't think you can get. Is it possible to display what Joe Flacco's throw chart looked like yesterday?
It'll take me like 2 minutes, but yeah, let me give you the last one while you guys
I'm just curious to see how it compared to his throw chart when he was here.
I'll get the
He's
chart.
throwing a lot of passes more than 10 yards.
That's why I want to see
this is the last one about Gabriel. One of the questions is, can he throw the ball deep? Can he push the ball downfield? Through 2 starts, he has a 6.4 average depth of target. At a 39 qualified quarterbacks, that is the 36th shortest. And on passes of 10-plus air yards this year, he is just 7 of 25. Once again, small sample size, but is it something you should be concerned about?
That's a concern
and
of mine.
I'll get you the Flacco stuff.
That's a concern of mine for sure.
When I was watching, we was doing film breakdown, and with Tyvus, we was looking at offensive plays, and I will give Kevin Stefanski some credit with this. Look at me, just being nice. There are some throws where there's some availability downfield. I just think either they've coached Dillon to a point to make sure that he does not, if it is the first read ain't there, check it down, or which more alarming is if that is in his nature, because I feel like once you're a quarterback. And the thing about Deshaun Watson, like you said, when people and why I don't give too much pushback on this is Deshaun Watson had enough cachet to say, if I see something, I'm throwing it.
Oh, for sure.
But it became second nature, as if that was what he was doing. When you start checking it down and that's your first thought process, I start to think like, you can't win with that.
The checkdowns with Deshaun didn't really start until after he hurt his shoulder.
Yeah, like that's another big part of it.
I don't think he could throw it after that. Like, I think he's done because I think his shoulder's shot.
And to your point, remember when he was throwing the ball in the first game, a couple of games when his shoulder, and we were like, this dude's throwing the ball out of bounds.
Yep.
I mean, it was 10, 15 yards out of bounds. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't even argue with that, man. Like, these ain't even in player field. So I think, I hope it is not with Dillon Gabriel is just, okay, let me just check it out. But there are some throws, if he throws with anticipation, they might be there.
Honestly, I don't think he sees them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to keep going back to the height thing. But again, when you're not moving the pocket, when he's standing back there in the pocket, I don't know that he can see some of these
Tough.
guys.
I mean, at that height, it's very, very difficult.
No, I'm not.
He was like,
I know where you're going.
Yeah.
No, you
no.
don't, because I was going to say something, but I'm not.
Okay. I thought you were going to say Baker's just as small.
No, but Dillon is small, but he's not. I think we make too much of it sometimes.
Yeah,
I know. I just said I don't think you can see, but when you're standing in the pocket and your linemen are as big as they are, I do think there are points on the field that he struggles to see.
It's not everything. It's not an every down.
But
thing.
overall, I do think we make too much of the height because I have seen other quarterbacks standing next to him who are basically his size.
Yeah.
I got the chart if you want to see it, Jay.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Flacco's
Just out of
pass chart
curiosity.
last
I'm
night.
curious about what it looks like.
Steve, take it full so it's just easier to see for them. It's a lot of intermediate. Only one pass completed above 20 air yards. That's the
That
deep
was
one to
the
the middle.
deep route on the post.
Yeah,
Tight
that's the
end.
one on the post. Correct.
Yeah.
He had one.
I thought
2,
there
3,
was
4,
another
5.
deep one to Chase that he had
was
early in the
19
game
yards.
to the right. Okay, 19.
19.
Yeah.
So he had 6 completions between 10 and 20 yards. So 6 in the intermediate range, 1 in the 20
Yeah, there were
plus.
still a lot of short passes. But the
That's the
Bengals
game.
have receivers that will, especially Chase, that will take a short pass and get good
You know
yardage.
what's funny to me? I still I don't know that I wouldn't call Jalen Ramsey one of the best corner guys,
Chase
cover
just
guys
killed
anymore.
him.
But if you ask around the league, like a lot of guys say, yeah, his better days are behind him, but he's still a very, very good cover corner.
I thought he was having a good year this
They
year.
were just running simple outs.
Yeah.
At the end of the first half,
Yeah.
and it was hilarious to watch. I think Jalen
Yeah.
was so worried about him running a sluggo that he was giving him that. But to the Bengals' credit, they took what they were giving them and they did 3 of those, and then they're in field goal range.
Go ahead.
I didn't see a ton of the game. I told
Yeah.
you I missed it, but from what I saw, I was shocked how much the Steelers were playing man coverage.
That was
I
really
was
dumb.
too. I think they played it most of the game.
Anytime there was it was just one guy on Chase. He threw it to him every time.
I mean, that's just
there's
that's common sense.
Denzel Ward's the only corner in the entire league I've seen do well against Chase.
I mean, that's
in
not
that situation.
that's not.
He's the only player.
That's not coaching. That's not nothing.
Yeah.
That is, if he's not the best receiver in the league, he's top 2
Yeah.
or 3. Take the ball and throw it
But
to him.
what's interesting is when they went to the bracket coverage of their top 2 guys,
they went to Yoshi.
Joe was salivating over it, and he hit the deep ball over the middle.
As a person, Bull, who said to all coaches, just spam them. It warms my heart to see that somebody was like, "Oh, we're better than you here. We're gonna wear you out."
Yeah, what did Chase get? 23
I'm gonna
targets?
throw it to
23
him
targets.
every
That's
time.
insane.
Well, and why wouldn't you?
Every time.
Why wouldn't you?
Spam.
It's exactly why.
What did he finish with? 18 catches?
16. 16.
16.
What a shame.
By the way,
16.
if I'm Jalen Ramsey, let me talk to Jalen Ramsey. Hey, Jalen, I think you might want to retire after last night.
That's crazy.
I mean, Jamar Chase
Pension?
made you his you-know-what. I mean, you had no business on that field. And how about him whining after getting called for a pass interference when he's grabbing Chase the entire time down the
Clearly
field?
pass interference.
I don't understand why you would leave man coverage.
That's crazy.
Hey, man,
I don't either, because Mike Tomlin usually is smarter than that. In the post-game show, they commented on it. They literally said,
Yeah.
wow, the Steelers stuck to their guns on man. They came out and they just decided that our guys are better than your guys, and they're not.
It was so disrespectful. It felt like he bought another grown man jeans for Christmas. That's
Yeah, it was
nasty.
Is that off limits?
Bro, what if
you can't do that.
I came to you and be like, "Hey, Jay, I got these pair of pants for you, my dog."
Yeah, I'd be concerned.
Nah, fam.
Yeah, I've never in my life thought about that.
Don't
but
you
that would-
ever buy me nothing that go in my lower body. You don't shop for me below the
underwear,
waist. No,
socks.
no
I
socks.
respect that, G.
You know what I'm saying? Don't-
Dustin bought me a pair of sneakers.
That's cool.
That's
not
cool?
no
All right.
no belts. Listen, that's nasty work.
All right.